Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm gonna try to replicate a flak cannon style anti-air gun. Not too long ago, I didn't really know much. I knew very little about what a flak cannon was, other than that it was a weapon used for anti-air. But now, after a few minutes of research, I know a little bit more than a very little about flak cannons. So basically, from my understanding of really very little research, I now understand that apparently the way that it works is it shoots projectiles up into the air, and those projectiles are essentially kind of like little shotguns that then fire smaller projectiles out everywhere, which allows it to essentially shred planes without having to be super accurate because it's essentially shotgunning a bunch of small little pellets. Now, we can't exactly replicate the pellet spreading thing, but if we use dynamite, we can definitely replicate a radius of damage and destruction potential. So I think what's going to be kind of challenging and interesting is my goal is going to essentially, it's going to be to build a weapon that fires a barrage of dynamite up into the air that then explodes either at designated altitudes or time in the air. I don't know what's going to be a better way to do that yet, but I think it's going to be challenging to figure out how to get the dynamite to reliably fly in the direction that we want to go without it being too bulky. But we got to do some testing here. How much thrust does a piece of dynamite need to be propelled through the air? And not just a piece of dynamite, but let's say a piece of dynamite and a logic gate. Now, if I have this logic gate hooked into the dynamite and this dynamite blows up after 2 seconds, this logic gate should be on by default. Hey, okay, simple. It used to be a little bit more complicated to make logic that works without a seat giving inputs to it. All right, so now if we have dynamite and a logic gate, will a single rocket thruster work? Oh, there it goes. Hey, come back here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Testing is proving to be good results. I ended a sentence different than how I started it. So what would be the best way to attach a bunch of these to a detachable block? There's the detachable block. I guess we could have like an offset and then just have okay. This is annoying because then if I do this, once I trigger the detachable block, this is gonna have this on it. Oh, hold on. We also need some of this. I don't want to detach it with this attached, but here, let's see. Does this still fly? It does. Come back. Okay, this is looking good so far. Does it need... It doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if it needs a tail. Is it gonna stay stable if I have it at an angle? But we still have the detaching mystery. We could do this. This would severely limit the spacing of them though. If I do this, this is gonna require like a whole thing here. Then I could duplicate this and make sure there's a space in between. But now if I want another row, it's essentially gonna have to go like that. I don't know. Ideally, I would want a grid like this. I don't know. I think for the sake of weight, I'm gonna have to go with this system here and then have these face to the inside because I can then just have 2 blocks in between and then just do this. So do I have to then individually... No, I am gonna have to individually wire these up, because when I copy and paste them, they get cross-wired, which is not good. Let me undo the logic first, and then we will create our grid. How many do we want? This is 6. How many times am I willing to program this logic? Because now we can do I want it to be like a grid of like 4? Let's do 4 by 8, because it's twice as long as it is wide as far as the numbers, the distance goes between the rocket or the dynamite or the flak. There's a flak cannon. It's a flak cannon. Not a dynamite rocket cannon. Ignore the dynamites and rockets, okay? I feel like it needs like 1 more row. Yeah, that looks more square. Okay, so I need to make sure that this is gonna do what it needs to do the right way it needs to do it. So I want it to release so that when it explodes, it goes like boom, 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 boom. Boom. I don't want it to be like one explosion, everything at the same time. That's going to be underwhelming. All right, so we need to start from the outside. So this is considered the inside because this is the attachment point. and then we're going out from the attachment point. We need to make sure that we detach from the farthest way first, because if we detach this one first, the rest of the stuff is just gonna fall, and we're gonna self-sabotage. And you don't want your own weapon blowing up in your face. That's gonna not be good for the enemies. Actually, it's going to be good for the enemies. It's not gonna be good for the enemies from your perspective, but it'll be good for the enemies from the enemy's perspective. It's all about perspective. Okay, we are at this logic gate is going to release. It's going to trigger this, and this, and this. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. So then this needs to explode after how long? Well, so here's what I want to happen then. This gets triggered immediately, the rocket thruster. We're gonna give it time to get power. That time is gonna be 1 second. Then this, after the 1 second, which is gonna be included in this time, we want it to be a delay of like 5 seconds. So that'll give it 4 seconds of air time. Hopefully that gets it far enough away to feel like a flat cannon. Oh, wait, no, this is easy. I only have to hook up the gates, because if I select all of the dynamite and put them on 4 seconds, and I select all of these and put them on 1 second, that is standardized, and those delays don't get triggered until the NOR gate activates. It got a little complicated, but the NOR gate is what I need to do the settings of for everything. So this one does 1, 2, 3. This one does 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm just gonna have to go through all of this. There may have been a faster way to do this. It's just when it comes to logic connections, copy and pasting, I don't trust it. Focus on not making mistakes. It's just the same thing over and over again. Oh, I'm okay. Are you okay? It's just the same thing over and over again. Is this content? Is this the stuff you like to see? I'm gonna get through this. How many I don't even know how many rockets I have. I didn't count this. I just started copy and pasting until I felt it looked good. All right, I did it. Talking to myself kind of helped the time pass a little bit there. Okay, so now let's say we want these things. Oh, hold on. Does this even function the way I think it's gonna function? Oh, all right, I'm a little bit concerned that I may have messed myself up here. The delay before reacting to input. Because this is a NOR gate and it sends an output when it doesn't have an input, but it turns off when it does have an input. Does that mean that is the delay gonna happen when it's sending the output for the first time, or when it receives the input for the first time? I don't know if it's gonna work the way I want it to. We need to do a test, and the difficult thing is this thing, it turns on automatically right now. But what I need to do is have another NOR gate. This NOR gate is going to go into all of the other NOR gates, which, can I do this? Oh, dang it. Hold on, what if I do? No, hold on. There we go. All right, so now they should be off by default. Why did only that... Did I miss that entire row? Wait, what is going on? Why is a single... This doesn't make sense. Oh, no, this NOR gate... We did... Wait, why is it here, here, here? That's the problem. That was the problem. That was the only problem. Okay, everything's off. All right, I need to put a seat on this thing. I may have done this in the way that it's gonna make it not work, but I need to find out right now. So this receives an input. Let's say space. Wait, what? Oh, no, that makes sense. We need to anchor ourselves to the ground. Hold on. I forgot that there's a delay of 1 second. These thrusters need to be active for a second. But don't worry, we're gonna start staggering these, but this is giving us a bunch of lift right now, so we need a ground anchor. All right, there we go. All right, so now... Hey! That is working. Okay. So here's now here's the thing. If I select this and put a delay of 2 seconds on it... Wait, why did you go? Oh, no. Okay. This is bad. I didn't want it to react until I do this button here, but because this is inverted, the delay is being inverted, and I was gonna set different delays on all of those. Let's say that this is a delay of 1 second. I don't understand how, I don't think I can use the NOR gate the way that I wanted to, which is unfortunate because it's literally the main logic source of everything that I've settled on. Okay, hold on. The reason why I'm using the NOR gates is because when they disconnect, they will stay on. The problem is their delay doesn't act the way I need it to act in order to have the system stagger. And the problem is I want the NOR gate to be the source of the delay, because that then can feed into when the detachable block and the dynamite happens. That is the source trigger for the rest of the system. If I add a delay to all the detachable blocks, I then also need the delay to then be modified for each dynamite and each rocket thruster. Like, it's just a terrible, it's going to be a nightmare. But I've created a different type of nightmare. So which nightmare is going to be easier to handle? Okay, I think I figured out a workaround that is less of a nightmare. This logic gate remains hooked into everything. Now the dynamite trigger, the dynamite delay is still going to, no matter what, be triggered by the NOR gates. But that is only going to trigger when they get released. So this, we don't need this to trigger the NOR gates. What we need is just I'm just gonna put a gate here. We don't need to do the gate necessarily, but I'm gonna use this AND gate as my trigger with the space button. I could go directly from the seat, but just to keep it like an isolated unit, this is going to trigger all of the detachable blocks. And then instead, oh, it's going to trigger not only all of the detachable blocks, but also all of the thrusters. And then the detachable blocks, instead of the NOR gate being what I changed the delay, the detachable blocks are going to be the thing that changes the delay. And then because the dynamite doesn't get triggered until the NOR gate detaches, that delay is still going to be the same amount of time, just dependent on when they detach, when they get detached. So now all of these need to be, what we said, like a 1 second delay, but now I need to stagger it above 1 second so that they release in sequence. We're gonna go really, really fast. So we're gonna go 1.02, 1.03, or no, 04. Let's just see how this feels. 1.06, 1.08, and so on. All right, then the rest of them I'm gonna set to 2 seconds for now so they just don't interfere. Oh, why are they on though? Wait, why is everything starting on? Oh, all the, okay, hold on. We do still need, we need a NOR gate. This NOR gate goes into all the other NOR gates just to keep them inactive until they detach. All right, so now press space. Okay, that was pretty fast. I guess 200th of a second is fast. Also, the rockets are feeling kind of terrible right now. I mean, those ones were kind of good. Why they like turned though in a weird way. They don't have any stabilizers on them. They don't have any room for stabilizers on them. So I may need to start over, but let's just get the timing. Let's figure out what the timing needs to be. Let's go 1/10 of a second. All right, how does that feel? All right, that feels good. All right, now they should all release in sequence. That's terrifying. Wait, why did... Okay, hold on. Okay, they shouldn't be exploding near me. They should all go up in the... Okay, there's a problem. I think I'm causing a chain reaction. This is hard. No, this is an easy solution. This is an easy solution. You know what the solution is? More delay on the dynamite, which is a single change. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Flak cannon! That is... It is the most chaotic flak cannon right now. You don't know what it's gonna hit. I mean, look at how floppy it is. That's what's causing that's what's causing a lot of the inconsistent. That was in 10 seconds. All right, now let's build a frame that actually makes this thing solid. All right, is this a better attachment? Ooh, why does it bend there? All right, let's fix that. Let's add a border around here. Look more solid. No more, no shaking though. There we go. Ooh, let's see if this is consistent. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to observe. Everything has been, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, and now go. That's kind of flat cannon-ish. I think it's too much time now. Let's reduce it to like 7 seconds. I'm glad it's easy to change the time because this is like a crucial piece that I need to experiment with. Okay, no, why is everything going sideways? That's weird. Sudden inconsistency. I kind of feel like it's like it's an anchor block thing. Like the consistency of the anchor block attachment is a little, hold on, let me extend this down a little bit. Maybe it's because there's like a flat surface that's trying to find a level, but maybe this will make like, no, it's still shaky, which I feel like that makes it automatic. Yeah, that, it does that. All right. Instead, oh, I got another idea. Okay, but one thing at a time. We're gonna turn this into weight city. And by that, I just mean I'm gonna add a whole bunch of weights. So this is just super heavy and the thrust is not gonna affect it. Because even though anchor blocks are designed to make things like static to the ground, it tends to have the opposite effect, where they're permanently attached to the ground, but they're definitely not static. Whereas weights, oh my goodness, the weights are under the ground, but that looks pretty stable. That looks way more stable. That is crazy. That's kind of cool. That is actually kind of cool. But I don't it's too much of a line. How do we make it not a line? It's not giving like the flat cannon vibe right now, is like my main criticism. It's giving like a nice, interesting line. But that's so cool, but it needs more width. We need to like spread it out a little bit more. You know what? Let me take a look from the bottom up. Okay. I kind of have an idea. So now we can aim it. Oh, why did that happen? Weird stuff is going on. All right, I fixed it. So now you can see. Does a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. So now if we just have it in position, does it launch straight if we're facing at a vector to gravity rather than just going straight up with gravity? Well, this is not promising. There's a solution to this. This whole brace here doesn't need to be this high. All right, now let's see if we can launch at an angle. That was a little weird. They were fine until they weren't. I don't know, why do they just like suddenly, I mean, I know that they don't have a tail for directional stability, but like, do you have any idea how hard it's gonna be to add a tail in without it, in them still fitting this close together? That is actually kind of intriguing to see. Like, just giving it a little bit of an angle. They just all kind of do this same interesting pattern. Until like, they just come right back to me. All right, let's do like a steeper one. That's kind of cool, but it is also kind of not cool because that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, I got my other idea. Okay, I forgot. I had an idea earlier in the video and then I totally forgot about it. My other idea is magnet assistance for the launch. All right, let's see if this does anything different. Ready, go. You know what I did wrong? You want to know why that happened? Even though these arrows are pointing in the direction that I imagine the rocket's going, this arrow really means attract, not repel. So we've got to swap that over to, not that. We got to swap that over to here. And this should make a difference. Okay, here we go. works. I don't even think we need the rockets anymore. Like, legitimately, like, what are the rockets even doing at this point? All right, that was amazing. We can definitely turn down the time now. Let's say, like, 4 seconds again. Man, this thing is lagging out my game. My face cam may or may not be lagging. It is for me when I, like, see it on my other monitor, but sometimes it doesn't translate into the actual footage. Okay, let's watch this at 4 seconds. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful. This is what I imagined it being. It was such a simple adjustment. Oh, it is so beautiful. Okay, so now, how do I test this thing out on an actual, like, plane? This is so cool. All right, I have an idea. This is gonna be really, really hard to time, but this is why this AND gate here that I decided this AND gate is gonna be my trigger to activate everything instead of my seat, because now I can put a delay on this AND gate. And I can put a delay of, say, like 30 seconds. So now when I press the space bar, actually, let me do it at 5 seconds. This should add another 5 seconds, essentially. All right, so we do that. 3, 4, 5. AND gate activates. We hear the thrusters go on, then everything releases. That's so cool. All right, so now if I just set that to 30 seconds, I have 30 seconds to get in the plane, get up in the air, and then see what it's like to fly through this. All right, 30 seconds. I'm gonna angle it out there. All right, go, 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 go. I should have looked at my recording timer to know when 30 seconds is. I'm just going. Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh. Okay, it's terrible. It wasn't aiming at me. That's my excuse. 30 seconds is apparently way too long. I feel like I did that in like 15 seconds. I also got to get a feel for like the altitude that they even explode at. I'm gonna put it on 15-second delay. I feel like I don't need that much time. I moved my seat to here, thinking nothing, and I regret it. All right, 15 seconds. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna fly up in this general direction. This is very sad. I built you for one purpose, and it's not working. All right, I feel like they're going too high, so I'm gonna set the delay to 2 seconds. Man, changing the settings on this thing lags me out so bad. Oh, it worked. It worked. It was like a single explosive. I need to do a couple more trial runs. We need the satisfaction. All right, I'm flying in towards the enemy base. Hey! Another little bit, enough to, like, I can't recover from this. I'm trying. Enough to do some damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not, oh wow, it did something. I need to just figure out what the range is. So this isn't something I would know how to build into the system, but let's say that it had a range finding here, like the planes are coming at this altitude. We've dialed in the settings. I need to be flying at the altitude that I would assume that this has tracked me at, because right now I'm not aware of like how far they're going up in the air. I'm gonna change this to 1 second. Okay, so we launch. Nope, it takes about 4 seconds, it takes almost 5 seconds for every dynamite to release. So I'm gonna go back to 2 seconds because that was actually working well. How far does it look? Okay, 2 seconds is really good. Okay, launch. I painted a little bit when you weren't looking. Around this height. There we go. And I go through unscathed, somehow unscathed through all of that. Yes! I've lost my propeller and a wing. I'm gonna do 3 more run-throughs just for fun and so we get some nice footage of it actually working. The problem is, like, there's no real way that I can think of to have an on-the-fly range adjustment to how high they're going to explode. Like, whatever settings you want, if you want to do like an altitude sensor, like it has to be built-in settings that are on the rocket itself. And it's like, I don't know how I would do that. So as far as like actually using this practically, anybody would have to just be flying at the exact range that this thing explodes. It is a pretty wide range, to be fair. Like, that's kind of the whole point, is it's like a shotgun effect through a whole bunch of the air. But I don't know how to make it adjustable, you know? But it's fun. It's satisfying, the way that everything explodes like that. It does kind of give the vibes of the flat cannons in the airborne expansion, like the actual enemy NPC flat cannons. So that kind of makes it fun. Feel like I've done my job here. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. I was way too late to this party. I was definitely it was really nice to see that from a distance, but I was way too late to that party. Yes! It's kind of interesting how every time I do explode, it's like a single one of them did it. I wasn't exactly in like the center of the cone of effect. I was just right on the outskirts of it. I would like to see a barrage where I just get absolutely obliterated, but I don't know how practical that's actually gonna be here. Doing loops. I'm in an air show. Okay, I flew like right through the middle of it, I feel like, and still didn't get hit. There it goes. Oh, there was like that one almost dud that was just kind of like flopping around, not going up that high. And that one happened to catch me. All right, one more. Oh, yes, yes! I finally got damaged by multiple explosions. All right, let's see if I can recover from this. I have backup thrust. All right, I'm gonna try to turn. Oh, that was, okay. Oh, okay. All right, this isn't, nope, I'm in a death spiral. All right, well, this project took some ups and downs for sure, but ended up almost exactly as I had hoped it would end up. This end result here, like that visual, just stuff all around. Like just little spatters of explosions. That is what I ultimately wanted to accomplish. And that's what we got out of this thing. Magnets was the secret all along. The beautiful blue of the magnets. Look at it. Feel its presence. Feel its wave wash over you. All right, if you guys have any other suggestions for weird ideas like this, let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy some more you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.